Hello everyone, Sons of Doctoon. Welcome to another Modpack overview, this time on Fabulously Optimized. A Modpack that simply adds in performance and graphics enhancements like mods, so that it works on every world and server, and obviously is inspired by a lot of Optifine alternatives. The pack is pretty much similar to, say, a Forge and Optifine sort of pack in a way. Otherwise, supports the latest stable versions, playing on older servers and other such things. There's certain mods and such you can use. There's a video there. And otherwise, certain other pointers, such as obviously stuff like shaders. So just replace sodium with canvas, where you've got the other types of shaders and such. Bunch of other pointers, obviously, of what fabric in comparison to Forge there is. Certain optimization mods that you've got, Optifine-ish, I guess, like mods for FPS, physics and chunk loading, light rendering, dynamic lighting, zoom feature, an option to disable the dynamic FOV, and there's obviously a bunch of other stuff to sort of get the pack running. It's just jump loader, so you can get it to actually run through Twitch as well as also on Ghost Forge and such. Fabric API because mods needed, a mod menu, a mod list, a better placement of the mods button, and then obviously a crash report sort of mod. If any other things happen, and you've got a bunch of other different mods that are planned, such as Colormatic, Dynamic FPS, and a few other things for those sort of smooth and sort of GUI navigation and animations and other bits and pieces sort of things that happen, mod updating, loading screen, connected block textures and such. So yeah, that's pretty much it for what's on the main page, of course. We'll check images just in case, and then we'll obviously go into the mod pack so you can see. So this is what you come across. Obviously I've sort of tweaked a few settings. When you go into video settings, you'll see a few changes to the menu, as well as obviously what options there are. Many of them obviously are pretty much similar, except a few others obviously are added based on some of the mods included. Otherwise, we'll just go in and you can see the many options here. So you've got the mod button just placed there instead of the larger one you typically get. Compatibility for mods to work on Twitch. Dynamic lighting, lithium for certain performance improvements, mod menu, crash reports, other certain bits and pieces, zoom, optimization and such, optimization, other certain useful stuff, and FOV changes. Obviously there's a bunch of things you can configure if you want to, but yeah. So we'll just go in and see how it runs compared to how I typically have packs run with quite a lot of content or such, or just I guess in comparison to say a sort of standard 1.16 version without mods, possibly, for example. Let's see whatever it is. Usually not the general often, because obviously everything's usually mods or dark packs or something. So yeah, we'll see how things go. Performance enhancements, because I haven't tweaked anything, so this is just a default, obviously, sort of experience. Just get rid of tutorials, of course. So there's that, and so not too bad. We'll just sort of wander around a bit. And we'll see what happens and see how it goes with the memory and the FPS often. And see, it's not too bad. It's definitely doing quite alright. We changed that up a bit, obviously, with say creative mode, and fly it around or something. If we teleported, we'd obviously get something different. So seeing that how chunk generation does. Still not too bad. It's still trying to stay up that high. Hasn't dropped to 40-ish, I think, in that. Other than, okay, it does now. But other than obviously loading up the world. everything. It's not doing too bad. Just F3A. Change there. Okay, so nothing into the 30s until now. Okay, why is that? That keeps happening every time I say it. Obviously I'm not causing it, but no. It's interesting it drops that much. It's not doing too bad. And obviously I do have like standard settings of like 6 chunks and certain other things. If I was going to higher, obviously it would be kind of different. So if we just say teleport, I don't know, however many blocks away, and test that. Let's see. Right, so if we go, say, I don't know, 2000 the other direction, 100 still, and we'll go, I don't know, 1000 the other direction. We'll see what happens. With a completely different location, and generating everything else around us. It's not doing. It's catching up pretty quick. That's probably the thing to really take from it. So obviously it's not going to stay constantly in that at 60, and the memory tries to do what it can, obviously. So we'll go elsewhere, we'll go, I don't know, 10,000, we'll go 100, and we'll go 20,000, and see how much of a difference that is. And still not too bad. Surprisingly good. Obviously they close it and then reopen it. Yeah. So it's not too bad. It's pretty good. I'd say. Obviously there's not much else to say, obviously, because there's nothing new, doesn't add anything. It's just 1.16.1. But with a bunch of optimization mods and compatibility for making fabric mods work in Twitch and this, that, and the other. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously your own experiences will differ based on what your system has, but yeah, I'd say it's definitely pretty good at keeping up with what you can do. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.